Welcome to another photography on location adventure. In this video, we're going to be driving northeast of where I live to a small town called Idaho City. We're going to hike up into what I've been calling the Christmas tree forest to take some pictures with my Fuji GFX, and we're going to attempt to do some more panoramic shots of the forest. So really looking forward to it. I'm waiting for my car to defrost because it's a bit chilly out here, but this time I am well prepared with coffee, extra layers, and I even brought some nice gloves.
You say peace is just a state of mind. You help me reach it when I leave mine behind. In this city, chaos and dust in our eyes, speeding at our speed, sweetly walking by.
I couldn't resist. That light was just too pretty. All right, back to Idaho City.
You say freedom's all about letting go, stripping down from all the ego, tasting beauty when it aches in your soul, letting all these restrictions go.
Now, Idaho City is definitely not a city. It's an old mining town that has a very small population, and there's still some old historic buildings that you can wander around and see on the land. So you can be sure I'll be going back up there with my Mamiya, taking some pictures with some film of these historic buildings. But for now, I want to focus in on the forest itself. This forest is not actually called Christmas Tree Forest. Part of the National Forest, the Boise National Forest. But I call it Christmas Tree Forest because that is where a lot of us city slickers go to cut down our Christmas trees. It's inexpensive. All it requires is going down to the Department of Agriculture and getting yourself a forestry permit. My whole idea behind the Christmas Tree Forest is because each year it gets thinned out, what you're left with is only the very, very smallest trees and the very, very tallest trees, meaning we should get some really interesting contrast between heights. It's a lot chillier out here than I thought it would be. I brought my layers. I honestly haven't been up to this area in a long time, so I'm not 100% sure what to expect. It looks like they've really beefed it up a bit, probably because a lot of people cut down their trees up here. That's okay. There's always pictures to be found somewhere. It's very cold up here. I shall not be cold. Yeah. There we go. This is just straight up ice out here. It's kind of sketchy. Changing to my boots. Have a little more traction. If you've watched any of my videos, you know that my nose tends to run as soon as I'm out here. So I'm going to bring a wad of fresh tissues. I think I'm ready. All right, so I'm setting up for my very first photo out here in the snow. I already took some shots on the drive up. And I'm gonna throw in a polarizer. And I might need a graduated filter because the sky is very bright. This is the direction of the sunrise. Getting a lot of glare on the water, a lot of glare in the sky. Either gonna have a very washed out sky, a very underexposed foreground. 77. As it is, I rather like this framing that I've got here. I'm at 32 millimeters, which means I'm at roughly a 24 in full frame format. I don't think you'll be able to see what I'm talking about, but as I spin my polarizer, it just brings out a little bit more contrast in the water. Oh yeah, that helps quite a bit. I feel like I'm slightly cursed because no matter where I go, it seems like people show up with loud machinery or crowds. Got a snowmobiling family right over there. All right, so I'm liking this. Took a couple shots. One a little more zoomed in. I'm at almost 64. Was at 32. The light is starting to hit this side of the valley, so I got to get a move on if I want to get my shot. And now, to round things off, I'm going to slip in a 6-stop ND filter and do a long exposure of this water. This will be about a 4-second at f8. Do a 5-second, just in case, a little smoother. There's this pair of trees right here. Actually, it's 3 trees. The background might be too distracting. That's kind of what I'm noticing. Like that. All right, I framed up. We're about 130 to we're about 150. Light was just kind of hitting it a little bit. We'll see. I mean, it's not spectacular, but at least I'm getting something. Didn't hike all this way for nothing. So I'm setting this composition up, and I'm liking how it's looking. I'm going to definitely convert this to black and white, do a panoramic, do a pixel shift. This time, last time I did a pixel shift, it was brought to my attention by me moving about and counting, breathing on the camera. It could have shifted it, which is why it might have been softer. So this time, I'm going to do a 5-second timer and move far away from the camera. Let it do its thing. Now this is going to do its thing. Now the reason this is working is because there's no wind whatsoever. I'm in a valley, there's already no wind, and in this little valley there's just no wind at all, so the trees aren't even moving. So I have no doubt that this pixel shift, given the right, that was the issue last time, is going to be crystal clear. I spotted this cute little mini grove of trees right here on my way to take my other shot that I just finished. Oh, it's so cute. They're all so sparse and spittly, and yeah, they just had to photograph them. And then my final shot of the day is of this fence right here. Let me show you. Yes, I know. Someone placed those branches there. I don't care. It has a unique look to it, and I have it perfectly squared in frame. My camera is perfectly level, both forward and backwards, so I have it nice and low to the ground. I have it perfectly centered. I'm at f4, which is my most open aperture, at 44 millimeter. I wanted to keep all my lines straight. There's a little too much interference with the top of the fence pole, the top of the fence posts and the trees. So I'm going to lift it up like a foot. Once again, we're doing a pixel shift just to see. I'm going to walk way over there. And that's my last shot, so I guess we'll call it a day. Thanks so much for joining me. I had a lot of fun coming out here. Not exactly the photos I was expecting, but when is it ever the photos you're expecting? If you enjoyed this content, you want to see more of my videos, I make on-location videos of photography every single week. I have about 15 videos or so backlog. I'll leave a link to the channel in the description box below, and then a suggested video after this one, just in case you want to jump right into the next one. Appreciate you taking the time to join me. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Before you click off, I did take one more photo that I like to share. It might be my favorite photo of the entire trip. On the walk back, I spotted a group of cattails in a frozen lake. I took this photo right here. I'm so happy with how it turned out. This is another pixel shift, crop to 1:3 ratio. Hope you like it. And yeah, now I'm done.